Come on, Smasher. I know you can do it. Come on, you were born for this. You were born for this. Oh, I knew you could do it.
From FMS, this is the Smasher V2 1/24th scale RC monster truck / crawler. Very similar to this Toyota Land Cruiser here that we reviewed previously. However, this is a 1/18th scale and this is a 1/24th scale. So it's gonna be a little bit of a size difference, but as far as features go, it's pretty much the same. 4-wheel drive, 2-speed transmission, brushed motor. This one's got big monster truck tires on it, so it might sit a little higher and have a little bit more clearance than its bigger brother. This is based on the FCX24 chassis, which is tried and true, and this is version 2 right here. I don't exactly know what the differences are because I never had version 1, but I'm assuming it's upgraded in some ways. There's a link in the description to where you can buy this, as well as where you can find all of the technical information about it. I actually haven't seen any of these outside of the box before, so I don't know the size difference. Cool. All right, so it's not that much smaller, and it's definitely got a little bit more clearance. I don't think these are oil filled. I think these are actually just spring loaded. So it is a little bouncy, pretty much the same type of design. Portal axles, front and rear, and center differentials. Let's see if the hood opens up for this one too. Is that where the battery goes? No, it doesn't. Oh, I see. I think this comes off. Yeah, so we got a clip body here. And the battery goes right here. 380 milliamp hour LiPo battery. We have our remote here. It's very similar to the remote like this, but it seems like it has a little bit less features on it. And then we get a charger, some tools, and it looks like some extra gears here. I'm gonna charge this up and then we're gonna test it out and see if it's as good as this Land Cruiser here. Because this thing is really cool, guys. For a little mini crawler, it's really cool.
All right, we are back in the crawler testing ground, aka my backyard. Show you the difference between this and the LC80 Toyota Land Cruiser I showed in the previous video. This body just pops off here. It's not as scale because this is kind of like a fantasy, I guess you'd call it. Designed by FMS, it's not actually licensed. Here's the remote, much simpler. You don't have a button here, channel 4 for the lights. And it is also missing the 4 switches that allow you to control the ESC like the LC80 has. It does everything you need to do. Once again, this is awesome. I can drive with one hand. It's always good for me. Switches right here. And this one also has lights. And the way to turn them on would be to hold the bind button. Not as bright as the LC80, and there's only 2 of them, so it's not as exciting, but it's still very cool. You can line everything up, and then it snaps right in. I did have some time to play with this one, and I have to be honest, I might like it better than the other one. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this one only has spring shocks, so it's really bouncy, but the clearance is much higher than the LC80. I've only tried it on some books and stuff. I haven't actually tried it outside, so let's see if it can conquer Mount Tree as good as the LC80. It does have a 2-speed transmission, so you have low, neutral, and high. All right, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Put it in low. I guess for any type of crawler video, I'm just gonna continue to do the same little route. So we'll start over here in the dirt. Well, it's Florida, so it's sand. I'm actually really curious to see how this does with the spring shocks, if it's gonna bounce around everywhere and make it hard to go. But right away, I can already see this thing is definitely better at crawling over things than the Land Cruiser. By the way, guys, if you don't know what portal axles are, you see how like this right here goes across and then there's these like little things here that go down? Basically, these are like gears that allow you to get a little bit more height rather than just having the axle go straight across down here. They're lifted up in the air. That's the best description I can give you for them. That's kind of an advanced feature. I don't think many of these things actually have that. That mixed with the large tires is actually giving us a lot of height over here. I can definitely tell right away it's going right over the pine cones without an issue. Not getting caught up like the Land Cruiser does. Oh, that's so cool. I think this is where we got stuck with the Land Cruiser. So let's see if it can make it up and down without rolling over. Yeah, dude, this thing is flawless. Now, can it get down without rolling? Let's see. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna have no issues. Just gotta get the front wheels down. Oh, I have to show you that too. It actually does endos and wheelies. Let's see if I can get it to, there we go. Dare I say the Smasher is better in some ways than the Land Cruiser? Let's see how much of Mount Tree can actually conquer. Because the Land Cruiser, we couldn't get it over this here. It bottomed out. Oh my. I don't know what to say. I wish this thing had oil shocks because it would just be that much better. Oh. As I roll over. That's funny. Let's see if we can get up this part of Mount Tree. It is 24 scale, and you think that would be like a huge difference, but it's actually not. It's not that big of a difference. All right, so we're having a little gripping issue here. Maybe -1 point for grip. Oh, I don't know. Guys, I don't think I can do that with the Toyota. I got the Toyota sitting right over here. It's currently carrying the GoPro. And as I've mentioned, like, the clearance is just not the same on the Toyota as it is with this guy over here. I actually really like this thing a lot. So we're gonna back off now. I think we've proven we can conquer Mount Tree's highest peak. I'm gonna try this right here, because I'm pretty sure the Land Cruiser would get stuck on this. That is cool. Monster trucks for the win, guys. Let's hear it for the monster trucks. So far, it's passed every test with flying colors. Next up is going to be this guy right here. We had no issues getting up with the Land Cruiser. Yeah, so these tires are definitely less grippy. Without a doubt, less grippy than the Land Cruiser. Let's readjust here. Oh. There we go. Oh yeah. Flawless. Absolutely flawless. These things are both so good. I'm actually really impressed at how simple that was. Let's see if it can get down here without flipping over. Oh, I gotta try that again. Okay, I think we have determined that is definitely too steep of an angle for it to not flip over. Let's see how it does on this side of the tree. We haven't even tried this side yet. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, that's too funny. It's probably gonna roll. Let's readjust a little bit here. Whoa! There you go. And that's what I was saying in the last video. This suffers from the same problem. When you push back, it jumps. You don't get the same amount of slow control as you do going forward. It has its pros, it has its cons. The cons is definitely that it flips end over end, and that could just be because of its small size and the obstacles we're trying to do. And those tires, when they're in the air, they probably move the center of gravity towards the back. Pros though, it seems like it can get up certain types of inclines better when it's gripping. We'll be able to get up this no problem, I can already tell. But with the LC80, we were not able to do that. Yeah, that's impressive right there. Mount Tree has been conquered by the FMS Smasher version 2. I'm actually really impressed. I gotta say, I know it's smaller, I know it's cheaper, but dare I say it's better than the LC80? And speaking of that, I gotta show you one thing. If you didn't think any of that was cool, watch this. Wheelies. I mean, does it get any cooler than that? I don't think so. There we go. We got it. And now we can drive like that. How cool is that? Oh, it's just little things like that. Let's see if we can get on the back wheels. Oh, it's so funny. So let's test its top speed. It's quick. It's quick. Let's try the fire pit, because believe it or not, I actually had some trouble with the LC80 over here. It was not exactly doing so well. Camp fireplace is definitely a challenge. What do you think? Is it gonna go without flipping? I think it's gonna. One thing I think I've learned here is it's probably better to keep giving it some throttle or it will just tip forward. Well, I guess it's gonna happen anyways. All right, so we can't get down that side. Let's see how it does going up. Yeah, like a pro. That's no problem. We could do that with the LC80. What we couldn't do is go up this. Just gotta get those front tires over the top. I think it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. Come on. Come on, Smasher. I know you can do it. Don't tip. Come on, you were born for this. You were born for this. Oh, I knew you could do it. Man, that is impressive, guys. I'm telling you, I was not able to do that whatsoever with the Land Cruiser. I just was not able to. That was really impressive. And it's because of the big tires. Smaller scale, but the tires make all the difference. I think that's really it for this video, guys. The Smasher V2 from FMS conquered Camp Fireplace. It conquered Mount Tree. Stay tuned, because we got another one coming up. We're going to try out the Chevy Blazer. It's another 24th scale, much like this one, just in a Blazer body. It's not going to have large tires like this, so I don't know if the clearance will be as good, but can't wait to find out. We're going to end off this video with some montage driving. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later!